Welcome trainers! Today I'll be sharing my predictions for which Pokemon I believe have a high chance of being featured in a community day in 2019. Before I get into the video, I just wanted to take a moment to say thanks for watching. If Pokemon Go interests you and you enjoy this type of content, please be sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you can be notified every time I upload a new video. If you have any feedback or recommendations on how I can improve my content going forward, I'd love to hear what you have to say in the comments down below. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Just to clarify, this video is purely speculation into which Pokemon I personally believe have a fairly high chance of being featured. I don't have any insider information from Niantic nor their partner YouTube channels, so for this video, I'll be taking a look at the past community day trends in order to predict future trends. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 2018 community day Pokemon and any special qualities or attributes those Pokemon had that could possibly give us some insight into what 2019 might have in store for us. In January, we had Pikachu. Pikachu is by far the most iconic Pokemon in the series, known to everyone whether they're a fan of Pokemon or not. So it only makes sense for Niantic to start off with Pikachu. Pikachu's a Gen 1 Pokemon, the original starter Pokemon for Ash Ketchum in the animated series, and the starter Pokemon in the Nintendo Switch game Let's Go Pikachu. In February, we had Dratini. Dratini evolves into Dragonite, a pseudo-legendary Gen 1 Pokemon. In March, we had Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur is the Grass-type starter Pokemon for Gen 1, evolves into Venusaur, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In April, we had Mareep. Mareep is a Gen 2 Pokemon that evolves into Ampharos and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In May, we had Charmander. Charmander is the Fire-type starter Pokemon for Gen 1, evolves into Charizard, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In June, we had Larvitar. Larvitar evolves into Tyranitar, a pseudo-legendary Gen 2 Pokemon, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In July, we had Squirtle. Squirtle is the Water-type starter Pokemon for Gen 1, evolves into Blastoise, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In August, we had Evie. Evie is a Gen 1 Pokemon with many different evolutions. I believe Evie was included to coincide with Pikachu for the release of Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee on the Nintendo Switch. In September, we had Chikorita. Chikorita is the Grass-type starter Pokemon for Gen 2, evolves into Meganium, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In October, we had Beldum. Beldum evolves into Metagross, a pseudo-legendary Gen 3 Pokemon, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In November, we had Cyndaquil. Cyndaquil is the Fire-type starter Pokemon for Gen 2, evolves into Typhlosion, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. And in December, we had a 2018 Community Day recap, which featured all Community Day Pokemon from 2018. Taking a look at this information, there's a few trends that I notice. First, we consistently had a starter Pokemon as a Community Day Pokemon every other month through 2018. With the exception of Pikachu, these followed the order of Grass, Fire, and then Water. This trend is semi-confirmed to continue with the confirmation of Totodile as January's Community Day Pokemon. Every non-starter month featured a Pokemon with a Mega Evolution. On top of that, every other non-starter month featured a pseudo-legendary Pokemon. In general, the Pokemon being featured were a generation or two behind the Pokemon spawning in the wild and being featured in raids. Due to that, even if Gen 5 is released later in 2019, I am not anticipating seeing a Gen 5 community day just yet. This may or may not be a trend, but Niantic featured Pikachu and Evie, which coincide with the new Nintendo Switch titles Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. Due to there being a major new Pokemon Switch title being released in 2019, I think this adds an additional factor of unpredictability in terms of which community day Pokemon we'll be seeing. Lastly, December featured a recap of all Pokemon featured, and with how many new and returning players I saw out and about for this event just in my area, I would not be surprised if they bring this back for 2019. With the expectation for previous trends to continue, here are my predictions for which Pokemon I believe have a high chance of being featured in 2019. I'm fairly certain that we will continue having starter Pokemon every other month, ending the year with yet another Community Day recap in December. I also feel confident that these will continue in the order and natural progression that they have been in the past. In terms of the non-starter months, consider the order of these interchangeable, but I will be putting them in the order that makes the most sense to me based off of previous trends. I do believe we will continue to only see non-starters with Mega Evolutions, and that every other month will feature a pseudo-legendary Pokemon. And lastly, I believe there will be at least one community day dedicated to promoting the new Nintendo Switch title being released next year. Without a release date announced, it's hard to pinpoint exactly when this will be, but I'm anticipating that it will be later in the year. Now let's go ahead and take a look at my prediction for the 2019 Community Day calendar. In January, we have Totodile. Totodile is the Water-type starter Pokemon for Gen 2, evolves into Feraligatr. In February, we have Bagon. Bagon evolves into Salamence, a pseudo-legendary Gen 3 Pokemon. In March, we have Treecko. Treecko is the Grass-type starter Pokemon for Gen 3, evolves into Sceptile, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In April, we have Ralts. Ralts is the Gen 3 Pokemon that evolves into Gardevoir or Gallade and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In May, we have Torchic. Torchic is the Fire-type starter Pokemon for Gen 3, evolves into Blaziken, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In June, we have Gible. Gible evolves into Garchomp, a pseudo-legendary Gen 4 Pokemon, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In July, we have Mudkip. Mudkip is the Water-type starter Pokemon for Gen 3, evolves into Swampert, and has the potential to have a Mega Evolution. In August, we have Slackoth. Slackoth is a Gen 3 Pokemon that evolves into Slaking. In September, we have Turtwig. Turtwig is the Grass-type starter Pokemon for Gen 4 and evolves into Torterra. In October, we have a new Pokemon that will be used to promote the brand new Switch title coming out next year. In November, we have Chimchar. Chimchar is the Fire-type starter Pokemon for Gen 4 and evolves into Infernape. And in December, we have a 2019 Community Day recap, which will feature all Community Day Pokemon from 2019. With my predictions out there, I'd love to hear your thoughts on my calendar. Are there any Pokemon not mentioned that you'd love to see featured in a Community Day? Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Last but not least, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you can stay up to date on the latest in Pokemon Go. If you have any suggestions for how I can improve my content or requests for future videos, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.